Hey and hello everybody, how y'all doing? It is I once again, Mac the Duelist, coming at you again from the TCG Enterprise, where we talk about all your favorite card games. Speaking of card games, you guys, I have an updating on Commander for Magic the Gathering. Sorry it's been so long since the channel has been having some update. I've been gone for a while on hiatus, taking care of IRL problems, but we are back now with a lot of new decks to show off. This one in particular is going to be Kratos, God of War. Can't wait to show this off to you guys. This is a long time coming for this one. Finally got it completed. You guys could go ahead. If you don't want to watch the video, they're more than welcome to go ahead and check out the deck list on Moxfield. I will put it in the description below. But if you guys want to watch the video, let's go ahead and get on with the list. Okay, so starting off, of course, we are going to be having Kratos, God of War. He is the commander. 2/3, double strike. All creatures have haste. At the beginning of each player's end step, Kratos will deal damage to that player equal to the number of creatures that the player controlled that didn't attack this turn. You want to build up Kratos really big, forcing them off to be able to have him deal off the damage right away, which is really, really good. Then our creatures, we have Spider Punk, Axios Diemos of Cosmos, Professional Face Breaker, Clive Ifrit's Dominant, Morag, Fury of Aukun, one Iron Mirror, so we can go ahead and get our mana dropsing. One Varchild, Betrayer of Kaleljor. One Zeldinch. This one is really, really good. One Archetype of Aggression. Got to have that Trample. One Hazared, Godseeker. One Kazul, Tyrant of the Cliffs. One Blast Furnace, Hellkite. Good to have dragons in here. One Fiendish Duo. Good for our double damage. One Magus of the Moon. All non-basics will be mountains, which will render our stuff a little bit more into our beneficial favor as opposed to everybody else. One Frontier Warmonger. One Urbesk the Hidden, so that way we get a little bit of an advantage when stuff comes in untapped on the other side. One Godo, good for search. One Heartless Sugu. One Torbrand, Than of the Redfail. One Sawhorn Nemesis, which is great. It deals off the double the damage, which is what we need. One Flame Rush Rider. One Fanatic of Mogus. One Knuckles the Echidna. Might change this out for something else, but it all depends on how well this goes. Might end up seeing a slight updating towards this list, to say for the very least. But that's it for the creatures. Now on towards our spells, we're going into our sorceries. We have one Blasphemous Act. It's a red deck, so we need to have Blasphemous Act in there, and it deals a lot of damage, which is great. One Banefire, same thing, deals X damage to creature or player, which is good. 5 or more can't be countered. One Disrupted Quorum. One Battle of Olympus. I love the layer cards that they gave to this thing. One Vandal Blast. One Big Score. One Thrill of Possibility. One Unexpected Windfall. Vivi's Thunder Magic, which is basically Lightning Bolt, but it's still great for the art. I love it. One Calliope's Song. One Wild Magic Surge. Chaos Warp. As towards our artifacts, we have one Soul Ring. Gotta have Soul Ring. One Arcane Signet. These are our staples. One Mind Stone. Get a little bit of a draw power. One Thought Vessel, so we have no maximum hand size. One Thram Powered Suit. It'll gain +1 for each aura and equipment attached to it. It has Ward 2. Whenever it would be targeted by a spell or there, it would pay an additional 2 to play it. One Silent Arbiter. Honestly, I should have put this in the creature section, but because they're all the same and I was rushed to make the deck profile, counts itself as an artifact. But anyways, no more than one creature can attack each combat. No more than one creature can block each combat. Still very, very good. Good stable card. One Crawl Space. One Cursed Mirror. One Loxodon Warhammer, perfect for equipment. It gives it trample and it deals damage, and then you gain that much life back. One Ruby Medallion, red spells cost 1 less to cast. Very good card. One Hazoret's Monument, red creature spells cost 1 less to cast. The Fire Crystal, red spells cost 1 less to cast. Creatures you control have haste, so we want to be able to have haste at all times. It helps out a lot. We have one Sword of the Animist. One Grafted Exoskeleton, gives out for the Infect, which is funny. One Inquisitor's Flail. And finally, one Chainsaw. Put off the rev counters onto this thing and makes it really big. As far as our Planeswalkers go, we have one Koth Fire the Resistance. And one Jessica Thrace Reborn. Now onto our enchantments. We have one Dragon Mantle. One Bedlam. One Smoke. One Underworld Breach. The Sound of Drums, which is really, really good. It becomes goaded. One Hades Grip. Kratos' Rage. Furnace of Wrath. Dictator of the Twin Gods. Gratuitous Violence. Good for the double damage once again. One Descend into Envinus. One City of Fire. I like this art. Honestly, it's really good. I like that. And that's it for the enchantments. Now we're going to go ahead and do all for our lands. Our lands, we have one Tyrite Sanctum. One Maze of Ith. One Command Beacon. Reliquary Tower. Forgotten Cave. Mines of Moria. War Room. And Valakut. Now you're probably wondering why Valakut. Well, Valakut is actually quite funny, and depending on how many mountains do we have on here, it's going to deal off for 3 damage per any target, as long as we control 5 or more mountains. So that's where all these basic mountains come into play, and dealing 3 damage every single time that we drop off a mountain. Now, it's important to make sure that when we have our mountains in play, that we want to be able to dish off as much as we can possible towards the opponent before they have a response to anything. Now, the Valakut also counts towards itself as well when you're dealing off the double, the triple damage. So that's it for the deck profile. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Like I said down below, I'll put it in the description on the Mox field. You guys could go ahead and play test it or whatever you guys see fit with it. If you guys have any tips and tricks or suggestions towards the deck, feel free to comment down below. Other than that, I hope you guys all have a great day. Stay tuned in for more deck profiles, and I'll see you all until the next time. Happy gaming.